This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is brought to you by Munson Healthcare Cadillac Rehab Services.
And welcome back to Cadillac High School. Third quarter action about to get underway. This 26 Sports and CCTV presentation of girls non-conference basketball brought to you by Munson Healthcare Cadillac Rehab Services. And brought to you by the hardest working crew in television. Rain Johnson Hill over on camera 2. Kaylee Buck to our left here on camera 1. And Jacob Fulis with the handheld down on camera 3. 3-camera HD operation. It just does not get any better than this. And of course, Dakota Pike, our commander-in-chief, running the show from the truck. Jay Simon and Kevin Gregory with you as the third quarter starts with the ball in the Vikings' hands. Hannah Emmington with the blow-by. Charity Engelwright needing to retie some shoes there. The miss, but
guess
Kylie
who?
Christensen, yes, astoundingly with another offensive rebound and putback, and we are tied at 22 quickly here in the third. Starters on the floor for both teams. Engelwright, as mentioned, has been on this varsity squad since her freshman year. Played a couple years with Meredith Hamlet. And was given a lot of ball handling responsibilities during those years to free Hamlet up. As Hope Emmington got the ball, and I don't know if they're going to say she got her down low. He's going to say on the well, hey, even officials, even good-looking bald officials like that make mistakes.
Yeah, right? and that, you know, we don't ever.
It's bang bang.
We make it a point.
So
we make
tough.
it a point to not bag on refs because we know what kind of hard job it is.
It's the hardest,
but
along with mothering.
But you know, they are human. But listen, that one was 2 feet away from him, and it was all ball. I saw from 55 feet away.
It was all ball. And maybe that's the problem. We are 55 feet away. That could be it.
No, it was all ball.
Okay.
That's my coaching hat. That's my former player hat. A guard get a block, a clean one. That's got to go down in the books. I'm sorry. I got to put my foot down on that one.
Engelwright makes 1 of 2, and the Ramblers have a 1-point lead. No, officiating and mothering, two toughest jobs in the world. Don't want anything to do with either one.
You know what the easiest job in the world is?
Broadcasting.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Pass attempt down low for Emmington, tapped away by Witt. Caden Dennis has a ball already for some reason.
Why wouldn't he?
Grabbed the ball from the game, looked at both of them as if to say, I don't know which one I want to give you back. Christensen off the inbounds, can't get it to go. And it will be Rambler basketball. That is the best and most effective inbounds play the Vikings probably have. Lofted up to Kylie.
Yeah, why not?
It works. Here's Witt on the wing, top side for Michaela Copeman, left alone by Christensen. And Copeman becomes the 4th different Rambler to drain one from long distance, and they've got a 4-point lead.
I mean, I don't know if she's I don't know if she's a normal part of their 3-point arsenal, but I'm a firm believer that you never play 7-8 feet off your girl. It just kind of dares them to stick one on you, right?
Sammy Van Houten with the miss. Johnson battling for it with little ball on the floor. Christensen nearly took it away from Copeman, and does, and now Copeman looks injured. And now we're going to get a official timeout as Michaela Copeman is on the floor. And coach/dad is unhappy. It was hard to tell from our vantage point what might have happened there. It honestly just looked like they were both trying to tear the ball away from each other. Copeman went to the floor trying to get to the ball. And I don't know if she got caught up underneath Kylie or what.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. We just hope she's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Copeman talking to her to see what it is that might be bothering her. I think it's her back. He's giving her a little manipulation there to her lower back, and that's what she's indicating. So prayers for Michaela right now. That's something you definitely don't want. Is assistant coach, JV coach Drew Bronkema comes out to check on her as well. It's a 26-22 game right now. McBain with the lead, 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. This has been a physical game. She's been able to turn over. That's a good sign. It looks like they're going to try and help her up. Backs and back issues are not fun. No, not at all. I don't know if she got twisted up maybe in going for the ball because she went to the ground for the loose ball. She is getting up, but very gingerly. She is walking under her own power. That's good to see.
Yeah, nobody ever likes to see one of these young athletes go down and get hurt. That's for darn sure. And I know the crowd was kind of giving it to the ref there, but they don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Nope.
And I'm sure we didn't
Absolutely
see what
not.
was going on, and we're watching just like they are. So sometimes freak things just happen, and we're just glad that she's able to walk and looks like she's going to be, okay.
Inside 6 minutes to go here in the third. Vikings with the ball, trailing by 4. Michaela Johns against Sam Van Houten. A little lefty scoop won't go. Christensen again with the little tap to herself. Christensen is a fantastic volleyball player, and you almost see those skills when she gets inside. She just does the little Dennis Rodman-esque tap to control those rebounds without going over the back. And there's a steal by Hope Emmington. Hope Emmington the other way with the lay-in. And we are knotted at 26.
You're right, Jay. She's got some real soft hands down there. Just does a great job of avoiding the over-the-back call and still controlling the rebound. Good catch.
Inside, Brianna Van Houten with the putback. Won't get it to go, but she will draw the foul and go to the line for a pair.
Well, now that we know Michaela's Koopman's going to be okay over there, and she's kind of sitting up on her own. A little bit sore, but hopefully no worse for the wear. It kind of can retouch on that point I was trying to make. She hit that three-pointer, and Kylie, I know she doesn't want to pick up her third, but she's standing 10 feet off of her. I mean, if I stand 10 feet off you, you're going to hit 1 out of 5, so you got to be in the vicinity, right?
So you're saying I can hit 20% open three-pointers?
I mean, on a good day, yeah. I mean, you never know.
You're getting 3 points next time. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Nice look inside for Little. Pump fake, puts it up and in off the glass. Alexis Little gives the Vikings the 28-27 lead as Brianna Van Houten cut off and pass is picked off by Hope Emmington. You hate to say it, but it's unavoidable. The Michaela Koopman injury has been a momentum shift here as it's been all Vikings on a 6-1 run since then. Hannah Emmington looking for Hope through her hands, and the pick by Shelby Witt. Shelby Witt the other way, lays it up and in.
Nice, there you go, Jay. There's a momentum play for McBain. Kind of shift gears a little bit, get themselves back in the game after the injury. I'm sure they were worried about their friends. That's a big play by Witt.
Nice job by John sealing off Van Houten, but unable to finish after the help by Brianna Van Houten. Shelby Witt comes up with a loose ball. Sammy up ahead for Johnson, and it should be, and it is, double dribble. Good call. Kevin indicating that up here a beat or so before the official. Sometimes that just takes a moment to register in your head, doesn't it? Not your head. Other people's heads.
Thank you.
Other people's heads.
Because I was doing the double dribble motion up here.
3:50 to go here in the third. Hope Emmington against Witt, and they're going to get her for the carry. A little bit of a high dribble there.
I was curious to see what they were setting up on that one, so hopefully they'd run it again next time down. They brought a 1-4 set, had 4 high across the free throw line and free throw line extended. I was curious to see what they were going to do out of that.
Ingerite gets the play call from Coach Bruce Koopman. Over to Brianna Van Houten, giving plenty of space. Nice bounce pass inside for Sammy Van Houten, who can't convert, but she will get the trip to the free throw line.
I'm going to say it again. That's another reason I think you got to take an extra step or two out there if you're Kylie Christensen, because not only will you have a hand up on the jump shot, but it creates a little bit of pressure on those passing lanes. Van Houten to Van Houten right there. She just got an open look with no pressure on her to allow that curl cut to take place and hit her in stride for a layup.
Sammy makes 1 of 2. Ramblers have struggled a bit from the free throw line, shooting 50% on the night. 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. There's another nice look. Johns down to Christensen, who does a terrific job of keeping that ball up high and finishing off the glass. Sammy Van Houten with the blow-by, can't get the rebound to go, and then Brianna Van Houten's going to pick up the foul as she gives Kylie a little push, and they kind of
have a little chit-chat about it.
Yeah, it was friendly. It was friendly.
Oh,
Both
yeah.
smiling about it. Yeah. They both familiar with each other, I'm sure, on the volleyball circuit. Sammy Van Houten with over 1,000 kills in her career at McBain, as I believe did Kylie Christensen. So those two know each other well from the AAU circuit, I'm sure. Johns with the miss. We are tied at 30. O'Malley, who's checked into the game for the Ramblers, with the ball, along with Pollington, who has checked in. Kennedy Pollington, the libero for the Rambler volleyball squad. Over to Sammy Van Houten, well off the mark with that three. And Johns with the rebound.
You heard Coach Koopman last time down the floor implore his girls, let's go, as they're not getting out in transition like he had mentioned he likes to do at the beginning of the game. So I'd like to see them push the ball a little bit more.
Pollington all the way to the rack, finishes. Kylie Christensen has 20 in the game. And now we're going to get a foul as Hannah Emmington stopping on a dime. Didn't tell Kennedy Pollington she was going to stop. How rude.
You know, you wonder if you're Mary Kay Johns. I know coaches always want to save their timeouts for fourth quarter situations, right? But with 8-9 girls on the bench and not a lot of rotation sometimes, as the game doesn't allow for it, as hard as Kylie goes on both ends of the floor, if you use a timeout or two here and there throughout the game to kind of give her a little rest.
Hope Emmington over to Johns. Michaela Johns for three, no good. Rebound chased down by the Ramblers. Kennedy Pollington keeping her balance. Here comes O'Malley. Trying to step inside, and they're going to travel call on O'Malley. And that will give it to the Vikings. Tied at 32, minute 55 to go here in the third. Hope Emmington will bring it up the floor. Polis to Johns for 15. In and out, and in and out. Polis, though, with the rebound. She'll take the 16-footer. No good. Sammy Van Houten with the rebound. Minute and a half remaining here in the third quarter. This one promising to shape up as a great finish. Witt, top side, Brianna Van Houten down low for Sammy. It was partially tapped by John. Sammy comes up with it, and then she will draw the foul on the inside.
Well, no surprise they've been recognizing that little baseline screen all game long when they get one of the Van Houten girls matched up against some of the smaller guards for Cadillac. They throw it down there right away, and they've either gotten a layup or to the free throw line pretty much every time out of that.
It's the third on Alexis Little. Her and Michaela Johns both with 3 fouls, so Kylie Christensen had picked up a couple early. And now there's a couple different Vikings in foul trouble. Kylie Christensen has gone to the bench to get a blow with 1:16 to go. Ramblers with a 2-point lead. Hope Emmington brings it over half court. And Kylie's about to check back in. I guess that blow was long enough. Hope Emmington, they're going to call the foul on the floor.
I like seeing her put that one up, though. She's been driving into the middle of the defense all game long. You know, and it's easy for me to say up here. I never did this once as a player. But you'd like to see her pull up about 8 or 10 feet and take a little jump shot every once in a while, kind of put a little different dimension.
People shoot jumpers from 8 or 10 feet?
I've heard a little mid-range, lost art of the mid-range.
Hope Emmington driving baseline, gets it to go.
Switchy lefty, nice finish by Hope.
Tied at 34. Claudia O'Malley, the sophomore, gets it to Pollington. Brianna Van Houten, the other sophomore, both on the floor right now for the Ramblers. O'Malley harassed by Polis. Down low to Johnson against Christensen. Christensen doing a nice job of holding her ground. Forced the tough shot. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Hannah, trying to pass it. Picked up by Johnson. And now a steal by Polis. And Brianna Van Houten will pick up the foul on the reach-in. second on Brianna Van Houten. Both teams with 4 fouls here in the second half. 25 seconds remaining. Vikings with a chance to take the lead into the fourth. Hannah Emmington working against Pollington. Uses the Johns pick. Double team. Gets it to Johns. Looking for Christensen.
Uh-oh.
Brianna Van Houten got the steal as she fell to her backside, and it ends up in the hands of O'Malley. 5 seconds to go over cross court, and we're going to get a foul on the Vikings. It will be the 5th on Cadillac, and it will be McBain's ball out of bounds with 4.5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
It's been a physical third quarter too, Jay. Both teams really getting after it. It's a lot more contact than I want to be involved with, I'll tell you that much.
That's way more. Knaus checking in for the Vikings. Pollington over to O'Malley. 3 at the buzzer. No good. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, we are right where we started, knotted. This time at 34 apiece. The Vikings and the Ramblers, 8 minutes to go to decide this one. You're watching 26 Sports and CCTV's presentation of girls non-conference basketball action, brought to you by Munson Healthcare, Cadillac Rehab Services, High Point Cadillac GMC, Cadillac Tire, and Pizza Plus. We'll be back. Fourth quarter coming up right after this.